Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Wednesday, September 10th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. Phuket Boat Lagoon will tighten safety after a car slid down a submerged slipway and into the Marina basin earlier this week. Video shared widely the next day shows the vehicle edging through floodwater before disappearing below the surface. Officials say a foreign driver with a passenger bypassed traffic cones during heavy rain, entered the hardstand area used for boat haulouts, and, unaware that the rising tide had covered a yacht ramp, drove straight into the water. Both people in the car escaped with their belongings. A crane later recovered the severely damaged car. Phuket Marine Office Chief Nachapong Pranit noted that the marina is private property, so his office has no legal authority to act. Marina management told him a backseat tourist urged the driver to continue through the rising water, despite clear signage. While the company had the right to pursue legal action, it chose to resolve the matter peacefully. The driver accepted responsibility and will pay for damages. In response, Boat Lagoon will install a barrier to prevent vehicles from mistakenly entering the slipway. As Phuket moves through the monsoon season, officials urge residents and visitors to avoid driving through floodwater, follow traffic controls, and heed marina staff where needed. Simple steps that help keep everyone safe. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. A tragic road crash in Thalang this morning claimed the life of a 31-year-old local woman. Police say the collision happened around 7:50 a.m. this morning on Tepkrasati Road near the Phun Tra Nok U-turn outbound toward the airport. The victim, identified as Ratanapon Bunchu of Sri Suton, was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators report an ice truck, a Hino pickup with Phuket plates, driven by a 31-year-old Thai national from Songkhla, apparently lost control, struck Mrs. Ratapon's motorcycle, and dragged it into a roadside power pole, which also was damaged. Forensic officers and medics conducted an on-site examination before transferring the woman's body to Thalang Hospital. Her relatives in Chumpong have been notified. The truck driver was taken into custody, with Thalang police continuing their investigation. Tepkrasati Road is Phuket's busiest artery, used by commuters and airport traffic alike. Crashes here ripple through the island. Police are urging motorists to slow down near U-turns, give trucks extra space, and stay alert, especially during monsoon rush hours and wet conditions. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Phuket has paid solemn tribute to a fallen narcotics officer. A royal bathing ceremony was held Tuesday at Wat Wichit Sangkaram in Phuket town for Police Lieutenant Prajak Tahantai, who was killed during a drug raid earlier this week. Vice Governor Adul Chutong presided alongside Region 8 commanders and Phuket Provincial Police leadership. Colleagues, local leaders, and grieving relatives, among them his 6 children, gathered to honor his service. He was posthumously promoted 7 ranks to Police Lieutenant General, and authorities announced an initial welfare payment of 2.7 million baht to his family. The 56-year-old late Police Lieutenant Prajak, the now former Deputy Inspector with the Police Investigations Division, was fatally shot on Monday while leading a raid at an apartment on Soi Yai Chan in Wichit. Police say a suspect fled into a bathroom and opened fire as officers attempted entry. Prajak was hit in the chest and later died at Vashida Phuket Hospital. Officers returned fire, killing the alleged gunman, 24-year-old Sompon Keobamrung, also known as Tao. 2 men and a woman were detained for questioning. Senior commanders had pledged a full review of the use of force. Born in Thalang in 1968, Prajak served more than 31 years in the police, rising through frontline and investigative roles. Outside the hospital, his eldest brother described the family's devastation, particularly for their 90-year-old mother who could not travel, but said they were proud of a man who served the country with all his strength until his last moments. After yesterday's rites in Phuket, his body is being transported to his hometown in Trang in southern Thailand for funeral ceremonies. As the island continues to confront drug trafficking, officials expressed condolences and praised Prajak's dedication, asking the public to support lawful operations that safeguard residents and visitors alike. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Thailand's Department of Corrections has confirmed the transfer of former Prime Minister Thaksin to Bangkok's Klon Prem Central Prison, where he'll serve a 1-year sentence. The move followed Tuesday's ruling by the Supreme Court, which committed the 76-year-old to Bangkok remand prison. Chatuchak's hub facility before standard admission procedures were carried out. Officials verified his identity, documented belongings, conducted a health check, and briefed Thaksin on prison regulations. At 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, the Remand Prison Administration transferred Thaksin to Klon Prem in line with procedures for convicted inmates. In a social media post after the ruling, Thaksin said he accepted the court's decision and expressed gratitude for His Majesty the King's clemency, which commuted his sentence to 1 year, down from 8. While this is a national legal development center in Bangkok, the implications are felt across the country, including Phuket, where residents and the tourism sector closely track political stability and governance signals that can influence visitor confidence and the broader economy. Authorities say the transfer complied with all regulations and classification steps. Thaksin will now serve his term under the supervision of Klon Prem Central Prison. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thailand is keeping value-added tax at 7% for another year. The outgoing caretaker cabinet has approved an extension through the end of September 2026, saying a higher rate now would slow spending and add pressure on households and small businesses. VAT was introduced in 1992 at 10%, but cut to 7% during the 1997 crisis and has stayed there ever since. While a return to 10% was floated as part of broader tax reform, finance officials concluded holding at 7% supports recovery and domestic demand. Neighboring countries generally levy 9 to 12%. For Phuket, this means price stability for visitors and residents alike. Hotels, restaurants, tour operators, and retail won't have to adjust menus and room rates to a higher tax, helping the island stay competitive during the shoulder season and beyond. It won't solve every cost of living concern, but it avoids a new tax shock for families and keeps margins steadier for local SMEs still navigating uneven tourism flows. Officials stress this is a balance, protecting revenues while limiting the burden on the public, so VAT will continue to be reviewed annually. For now, the message is simple: no change at the checkout, and a little breathing room for Phuket's tourism-driven economy. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. We really appreciate you joining us on this edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.